It's
And
DB, Donald Baker from North Battleford, Saskatchewan, the 306, putting on Toontown. Let's
yes.
go. Yeah, no, we announced that tour this morning with Locksmith. We
Hmm.
got Chilliwack, Calgary, Edmonton, great venues. We're hoping for great turnouts. We got some of the dopest local support there. We got Goontown from Saskatoon coming out with us, Caden as well as joining. We might have another DJ person coming out yet. We're just kind of putting that in motion to see if everybody's schedules align and whatnot. But it's just in the first day, it's picking up a pile of traction, a few thousand views on the IG post, tons of shares. So I'm hoping it's going to be a great turnout like the last one anyway. The last one we did with Gringo and J-Zack, the Raising the Bar tour.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
really good. Each show, 100 plus. We're hoping to double that for this one, at least double it. But yeah, it's been fun putting that together.
Yeah.
Talking to new venues, shipping it out, shopping the Goontown name around, Cadence name around, meeting so many artists, everybody. That you'd be surprised how many actual rappers are in each city.
Right.
But yeah, no, we're making sure we pick the right one so the proper lyrical rappers get out there and they get their proper paydays and they get treated like an artist and not just the promoter's meal ticket. I know like a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few promoters, they don't give as much as they should back to the artist because those local guys are really the ones that are selling the show. Like without those local guys, most of the openers that come through 30, 40, 50, 60 people show up sometimes. I've been at shows where we have the big headliners and without the local guys, there was nobody in the venue at all. Like it was almost even bare with the locals. So I want to make sure that the locals get represented, they get paid properly, and that everybody has this safe map to tour and it's more open. Like there's no more gatekeeping. I want everybody to use everybody's resources as best that we can so everybody can do this. You know what I mean? Like everybody can get out there and chase the dream of performing outside of their city.
Yeah.
That's the main goal, is making sure that everybody can do that with enough support in each city. Helps, like the more and more we interview artists and find out who's in what cities too. Like I have Lost Cause brothers, Jonas Brown. He's gonna be coming across Canada from the east going to the west, and just being able to help him out with some of the artists that we've interviewed or that we know we can't find placements on certain shows that are already booked up, just to continue helping make it so they can do that. We can work with them, and then just everybody's just able to bounce back and forth safely and successfully, man. Just fucking get out of here. No, but yeah, no, that was a lot of fun setting up. Shout out the girlfriend for doing the old wife there for doing the posters, getting that all correct. That was a bit of a work for her. Making sure everybody was happy with it.
Like doing the designs.
Yeah, she does all the posters and the graphics for me. There's been a couple times where her schedule's been a little bit too busy, and I've yeah, how do I say that? Asked Christian Ari to do some artwork for me. Scott, what is his last name? Montaglia. I can't remember how to pronounce it. I don't even actually think I've heard it pronounced. But he's also helped me out with some posters before, or if her schedule is too busy. But she's been really good about it. The last two, three tours, she's done all the posters and the graphics for it, and the cancellation of artists and adding new ones and
Right.
stuff, which is always a headache. But no, she's done that like an absolute champion. Shout out the wife.
So do you enjoy setting up these tours and these shows as much as you enjoy performing?
I actually like setting up the shows a lot more than performing. Like I love performing and having the crowd energy with it, but just putting all the pieces together, it's constantly keeps a guy busy and stuff. And you're talking to so many people. You find out about their scenarios, what they're going through, what they've dealt with other promoters. It's been really eye opening, and it is a lot of fun to put all the pieces together for me. Anyways, it can be a lot for some people, but
Yeah.
yeah, it keeps the mind going in the right direction anyways. I
Yeah.
do I do really enjoy it. I do.
It's probably like similar. I think about like boxing events. It's like, it kinda sounds similar because you need local people fighting on those shows or else
Ex
nobody's coming to watch, people drop out. You have to
exciting people
find
too. Yeah, I imagine you guys have a lot of people back out,
yeah,
like,
it's
yeah.
it's and, like, especially with like, pro's bad too, but amateur because no one's getting paid.
No, not
So there's
well,
no
not what
obligation
they
to
should be,
well,
right?
no
Or
amateur, you don't get paid.
at all.
No.
Oof, that's
That's
tough.
that's like you're doing it because 'cause you're for the fun of it, you
Making the
know?
name, getting out
Right.
there,
So you're
yeah.
it's pretty much like practice, right? You're practicing before you go pro,
Mhm.
right? But, like, so you have no obligation to show up. There's no penalty, there's
No,
no
you
you don't get, like, you don't not get paid because there's no reason to show up except for that you like it.
yeah.
So,
Well, and
like
then sometimes you find somebody that's way better than you, and you find out that you don't like it as much, you know?
right, yeah,
Yeah, like, you're getting
exactly.
smothered for 5 minutes, been like, "I am not as tough as I thought I was," and just
So,
catching nothing but a
just
lick and looking at the
just
ref,
sitting in the change room after, like,
crying and pouting. "Why the fuck didn't that ref stop that earlier, man? I didn't need all those shots."
"Why
Yeah.
didn't I just go to college?"
Yeah, "Get up!" Yeah, the coach is yelling at you, "Get up, man, get up!" You're like, "I'm
Yeah,
trying. Yeah, I'm trying, dog. He's way stronger than I am." No, that's definitely not the life for me no more, man. I don't like getting punched in the face at all. Hate it.
yeah.
Hate it.
Honestly, I do
Hate it.
too.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
like it
not
either.
for me, man. Fuck hard pass.
That's so funny,
Hard
man.
pass.
Um, so okay, so before DB, like, so who's Donald Baker?
Donald Baker is just a kid that kind of grew up on the wrong side of the tracks through North Battleford, got into moving drugs and shit, the wrong crowd, just wasn't making the right choices at a teenager, kind of taking advantage of the system. And yeah, just eventually you just get kind of tired of your own shit, man. You know what I mean? It's either you clean your act up or you don't have much of a future. You know, nobody wants to be around you, nobody wants to associate with you. You're just a drunk all the time, starting shit and making it so events aren't fun to be around. It got exhausting for me and it got really dark and I just fucking was like, drop the liquor. I dropped the cannabis for a solid year. I keep the liquor streak going, but the cannabis I dabble back and forth. Helps creative and stuff. I get a little anxious without it, but no, it came down to just being tired of your own shit, and just yeah. Fuck. How do you answer that nicely? Yeah, just a misunderstood guy, man. Just trying to make sure that everybody, feels seen. Like it's just a kid who didn't feel like he had that right type of light on him and didn't know how to get it, and just wanting to
Mhm.
fit in so badly. So DB is just the most adult version of who Donnie Baker was before. I like to call myself Donald now. I'm the second, grandpa was Donald the first, so I like to try to at least carry the Donald with a level of respect and professionalism the way he wanted me to be. He was always like the dad to me, made sure I stayed out of trouble, made sure I wasn't without the right stuff for sports that I was put in, making sure I stayed in school and stuff, just trying his best where mom and dad couldn't, like he
Right.
was he was a big positive influence for me. But yeah, um, yeah, that's who Donald Baker really is. It's just
And where does hip hop come into that?
hip hop has always just been a thing since like the age of 15, just always wanting to be able to tell the stories, um, the stuff you're going through, like, not being seen at home, trying to fit in so hard at school, and the stories that you hear and the situations you go through. I always just felt like it was worth telling, like they were memorable stories and situations that happened. So it just felt natural to put it on instrumentals. And it just since I've done that, I feel more at peace. A lot more at peace with just my mind state, being able to help people that necessarily don't know how to represent themselves or that don't know that there's this outlet to use in hip hop.
Mm,
But I've always been just into music in general. Um, Grew up more on pop music than I did hip hop. But then Eminem came out and it was like hip hop was the thing at the time. Then the 50 Cent, the G Unit stuff, that's what really stoked the flame for me chasing after hip hop. But it's always just been music, the storytelling, um, and the vibes that just come from it. Music's just great. Like
yeah.
it's healing. It's everybody has a song they can relate to certain moments. It's always been a big part of my life, just the feelings of it.
Yeah, everyone has that nostalgic song that when
Yeah.
they hear it, it, like, takes them to, like,
Yeah,
a
to those
moment, like
places.
cruising or, like,
Yeah.
a moment where, like, they're at graduate or something,
Yeah,
you
just
know?
out with friends,
Yeah,
girlfriends, an ex-girlfriend. You always have those songs you listen to together, and you break up and the song comes on, you're like, fucking next. Like, you're like, oh, that song doesn't mean as much to me no more. Like, it's just, yeah, yeah. Fuck those people, man. No, but like, and then you just have things like sports moments too. Like the right song hits
right,
and it
yes,
amps you up for your boxing events, or when the DJ throws it on, you just catch the vibe. It's
yeah,
fuck, I love it. I just love what music does to me, and I just love being able to do it now. Like growing up, I always thought it cost like thousands and thousands of dollars to make a song. So, you really don't chase after it when you don't got a lot of money.
yeah.
But now knowing what it costs, it's a lot more obtainable to do, well, not easier to do.
How old are you?
I'm 39, turning 40 here in February.
But honestly, like, when you were 15, it probably did cost thousands to
It
make,
Yeah,
you
it might
know,
it
because you
might
had to go to
have.
a studio. It wasn't like people were doing it in their
I didn't even know about studios and
yeah,
stuff at that time, right? Like you just see it what's on TV, and everybody's got banging cars and big chains and they're hanging out with all sorts of celebrities, and it's like, yo, we barely got, bread and milk in the fridge and stuff like that. So it's like, how am I gonna get to that level? And yeah, no, once I figured out that it definitely didn't cost as much as maybe it did, but yeah, no, it's easy to do. You can definitely do it.
yeah.
It's easy to do. Um, but yeah, no, that's
And
music.
what would you like, if somebody asked you what your style is, how would you define yourself as an
I
artist?
As an artist, I would say it's more so conscious, more of a conscious rapper. More It's more like what I've gone through. So but I have it for everyone. Like I have songs specifically that you can play for radio. I have the grungy stuff, like the darker times of life, the hustler stuff. We got love songs, we got party songs, we got crazy collabs. So it's hard to really narrow it down to one. I would just say a conscious MC, conscious artist is how I would, I guess, categorize it. But yeah, I don't like to try to just stick to one if I can. I'd like to do as much as I can and be multiverse in every instrumental that gets presented to me. Like I don't really want to say that I'm locked into a specific type of beat or song.
Right.
I like to try to do a little bit of everything. I wish I could play instruments. I mean, a guy could pick it up now, but with how busy I am with work and the promotion thing, It'd be a
Yeah.
it'd be a lot of extra work with not a lot of time to actually focus on it, but
What do you wanna play?
I would like to learn how to play some guitar, potentially some piano. There was a little bit of trumpet through, like, elementary school, but it was more, keep that down or get better at it type thing. It wasn't really welcomed in the
I
old
can play
home.
the recorder like nobody.
Yeah. Like,
Hot
watch me
cross
play hot
buns.
cross buns. Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. No, but yeah, no, I've always kind of wanted to pick up the guitar. I know Pops had bought me a guitar, but teaching me at that age was really hard. Like even fuck, yeah, teaching me these days is still hard, but
The moment it started hurting my fingers, I quit.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
kinda
"Ah."
you're holding it and you go to hit it and it doesn't sound like it should, and you're still trying, and it's like, "Nah, man, that's I don't know how you guys do that, man, like, why do you do that to yourself, man? Like, play something else." But no, yeah, no, big ups to the acoustic and the electric guitar players out
For real,
there.
man. Even when I watch people make instrumentals, make beats, man, and, like, I don't even have the ear for that.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just, like, watching them, like,
it's a
they're like,
whole nother language,
it's
man, like,
so
just
nuts.
hopping in front of the mic and doing your thing, putting your story or whatever you wrote down onto it, is nothing compared to finding the right type of drum samples, guitar samples, like, and then making it all come together. It's a whole nother language. And like, even like my engineer will send me something, and then before I have a chance to fully check it out through the monitors and the speakers and the headphones and stuff, he sends me another version. He's like, "Oh, I tighten it up," and I listen to both, and I'm like, I can't pick it out, but I'm
Right?
sure him as the audio engineer, he hears everything.
It's just, like, as soon as it's off a little, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
man.
for the first little while, I was picking up too much of the background of the house, right? It was echoing, and he was able to help me out without actually being in the vicinity. And it was very helpful. And shout out Census first for one. Yeah, he's held my hand through so much of the process of making music, and making it sound clean as well.
Mhm.
Like, he's a big help, massive help. But that whole instrumental beat creation, mixing and mastering it's an art. It's an art, and those guys definitely don't get enough credit.
Definitely.
Like, definitely don't get
Just, like,
enough
behind
credit.
the scenes,
Like, the coaches and stuff, they
yeah,
don't get as much credit as they should, but, yeah, we try to give our flowers where we can. We try.
yeah.
It's a lot of people to thank, but yeah, no, we make sure Census gets his. Anybody who's looking for work too, we make sure we refer him. Try to get him as much extra work as we can, keep him busy.
Where's he from?
He's from Germany.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, so, like, even sometimes I gotta wait till 2, 3 in the morning sometimes to
Mm.
get some of my, mixes back, and I'm usually on my way in Vancouver traffic trying to hear it and trying to talk through to him and stuff. It's a process being on the different time zones, but I've worked with some other people, and he's by far my favorite, and he always has time for me. So yeah, if you're looking for a good engineer, I strongly suggest you check out Census Audio Engineering. But yeah, no, it's I couldn't do it. I don't think I could get into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's
So what is your writing process like?
the
Do
writing
you
pro
have to have the beat?
I have to have the beat, and it's so annoying for the people around me because, like, I loop it. Like, I'll make sure the
Oh, yeah.
cadence and everything matches on. Like, I'll do 4 bars for sometimes for 2, 3 hours trying to make sure I hit all my pockets and everything. But, yeah, it is a process. I'm at work, sometimes you're thinking about work, and it's all of a sudden bar. You gotta pull out your phone and
Yeah,
try to get it
yeah.
down, or even just the concept of it, it's like, "Yo, get back to work. Oh, shit." And then you try to get back into what you were writing about. I've probably lost hundreds and hundreds of songs just by being too busy with the day job, but
Yeah.
you gotta pay
Sometimes
them
it's
bills.
frustrating too when you write it and then you forget how you said it.
Yeah. Like the flow and stuff
Yeah.
too, I've had that happen. I did a fairly more melodic song with a gentleman, um, and he did amazing on the song, and, like, I had in my head, I had it how I was gonna come into it, and it came time to be in front of the mic, and I was like, "Well, I sound terrible singing, man, or why am I not being able to match it the same way I was doing while I'm reading it and typing it and hearing the beat, and it just doesn't sound the same." So it's like, I guess that one's getting shelved.
Mm,
Like, yeah, it sucks, but
yeah.
what can you do? We forget just as much as we learn in life. Well, me anyways, personally, but speaking for me, speaking for me, I forget more than I learn all the time. So our great brains, ADHD and whatnot. But yeah, no.
What does it look like? Okay, because I feel like even since I've been in Saskatoon, maybe I don't know how long I've been here. Maybe like 12, 13 years, something like that.
Decade and some change.
Yeah, I mean, like local music, but like local hip hop is tough.
It very
It's
much
tough.
is.
The
It's
people that were blowing up when I first got here are none of them are even performing anymore.
it's a taxing industry,
Yeah.
man. Like
So that's what I wanted
it's
to talk about is like how do you stay consistent when you're not maybe getting the results you want?
it's picking where to put your energy, right? Like you can kind of, well, I can kind of tell who's going to waste time. And you can also, you can tell who's not really in it for themselves either. Like you talk to one artist and they're more worried about, making sure this person doesn't get how do you say that? You're trying to make sure that this person isn't getting the opportunities that you want. I found that a lot, that people are just dragging other people's names instead of
Mhm.
just representing yourself. Like be the brand. Don't worry about, knocking so and so, or, these guys aren't the ones to be with. It's like, yeah, like I've worked with them, and then that's where you can leave it, right? Like I've worked with them, and let the other person figure it out. But I found that it's very clicky. Like it's for such a small scene, it's been very hard to unite everybody. We were doing really well for the last few shows and stuff. But of course, when you start to do good, negative things pop up or they come to test you. And we've had to distance ourselves from certain energies to make sure that we can just focus on like making music and meeting the right type of artists and helping those artists advertise themselves, like teaching them the things that I've learned in a small amount of time. I find it's a lot of gatekeeping. It's hard for everybody to do it because so many people are jaded to how they've been treated by bad promoters, or the promoters have been jaded from working with artists that they have a demand that doesn't necessarily need to be there. Like I think sometimes they get a little too greedy in what they feel they should be getting, and the promoters also, it's a hard line to walk as a promoter and artist. I've seen it from both sides, but just staying consistent is just staying away from the negatives. You just tunnel vision in on it, and the people that you can see want to work and that are hungry and are wanting to help, they just naturally align, and the people that don't, they just kind of in and they're right back out. They get right back into the same place they were when they could have had the opportunity of just representing themselves, and they get distracted with their old beefs or just kind of that click mentality. And I would rather see the Saskatoon start to get all the dope shows again, and that, promoters feel that they have enough guys that are actually going to sell the tickets and that aren't just asking for a crazy price tag right out the gate. Like it's it's easy to stay consistent when you're focused on your own goals, I guess is how I want to say it. I focus on, I map out what I want to do, and like I said, people are going to naturally align, or they're just going to come in and they're going to try to skid someone else out so they can get in there type thing, and it's not needed. I got placement for everybody. Like I'd love to be able to put everybody on just local showcases as well, not just the big headlining and the tours and stuff. I'd love to be able to just do bi-monthly shows where we can represent more of the young and up and coming guys that deserve a chance to get up there, not that are just like buying their slots. Like you can do tour buy-ons and stuff. It's a good way to get it out there. But I suggest that if you're gonna do that, you put out good music. You know what I mean? Like don't just buy it and think you're just gonna hop up in front of 50 people and you're gonna make
Right.
50 fans, right? Like most
What
of
so what is that a tour buy on?
well, tour slots, so it's like supporting acts, so it kinda helps, the promoters. I haven't done it myself, like, where I've offered people buy on slots for my shows. It's not needed. There's lots of room for them, but you can pay to basically follow, the headliner and the promoter around to different cities where you wouldn't be able to get in.
Oh, I see.
um, a lot of artists look down on it or look differently, but I mean, everybody's got a route, and there's a million ways to do things, and you don't know that it's wrong until you fail, and it might not have worked out for them, but it might work out for you. You know what I mean? Like you,
Yeah, I can't see so why would that be a bad thing? Or why would you look down on it?
because people call it this, pay for play. Like, would you have gotten that opportunity if you hadn't put up the money to get this show? Like, are you taking away from a local that's in that area? So
I
it's
see.
like I said, the industry's very hard to navigate what's right, what's wrong. But I suggest you fail at it, like you just try. And if it doesn't work, well then maybe the people that, were chuckling at you or mocking you, you talk to them about what it does work. And if they want to give you the help, you get it. But it's trial and error for me. It always has been. It's always been learning after losses.
Mhm.
And that's staying resilient helps too, not giving up or getting too discouraged on your dreams or what him and her are saying about you. But yeah,
It's it sounds like, there's a lot of ego.
it is.
Yeah,
It's you find sometimes you'll get an artist that's like, I only want red Skittles. You know what I mean? Like, I want a fucking bowl of Skittles, but I only want red ones in there. And they have weird demands, and they won't get out of their way. They feel like as an artist they should get this much money before doing any work for promo. And we've had it where I've paid an artist a flat rate where he thinks he's going to bring this in, and there was no foot traffic with it. So, that's a learning curve for me. Like, I no longer will do that unless you yourself are able to say, like, I promise I can get 20 people.
right.
And when the promises like that, you start to come in, then that's when you got to get your contracts and stuff. But I've had it go south more than a few times. And that's where it comes down to finding the right artist, like finding the guys that are going to do the work that you're supposed to do to be successful. It's not just dropping a dope song or putting out a cool 10-second video and you're going to blow up.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very tough industry to navigate, but trial and error, always trial and error. It's just But the tour buy on, sorry, I kind of drifted off there. The tour buy on, um, I think more people should try to do it, especially with the bigger headlines. Get your names out there. You'll find out if you can actually cut it in other markets. Like, I did a tour buy on with Evil Ebenezer, and the tour went great. I took Skizzy here from Saskatoon. We went and crushed a couple dates in Edmonton, no, Calgary, Red Deer, and Drumheller, and we met some amazing artists. Like, I met an artist in Drumheller that I've put on an Edmonton show, no buy on or nothing, just because he's that damn good, and I feel like he deserves, that shine. So, like, yo, shout out Reefer Blunts. He's amazing live. Like, I just
Mhm.
love the way he flows. His rapping is crazy good. We've met Camp Studios, Colt and Weapon X out in Calgary, Mason. We met so many guys by doing it, and it's opened a lot of doors for myself. Apart from making a few new fans and selling some merch in these markets where you're not at. So, like, for me, it worked. And I now that I'm doing my own shows, it would have to be like a crazy tour to, do a buy on thing. But yeah, I mean, it can work, and I don't discourage it. Like, I don't. If it works and you make good music, I suggest you do it, man. Get yourself out there
Yeah.
any way that you can,
The more
man.
people that see you, right? Like
That's right, like,
in any whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, whether it's a show, like the more people that see you,
the better.
the better.
The better, and, like, you might have, your band of, 6 friends in the city, your family, your cousins and stuff, and they're eventually it's gonna be hard for them to always give 20, $30 to come out and see you every time when you're taking, shows sometimes twice a month. Some of these guys gotta take shows to get out there, and they I feel like they could probably make more fans or more of an impact for themselves in a brand being in, Saskatoon guys going to Calgary, going to BC, and the same Ontario cats coming out here. They every time they come, they meet, anywhere from 6 to 10 new artists
Right.
and anybody that they bring in with them. Like I met a guy at the classified show we did, yeah, he didn't even catch my set, but just the energy I was talking to him out there, and now he's been a fan. He bumps my music quite a bit, and it's just you meet people that you don't think would support you, and you find out that there is a whole world of supporters out there outside of your hometown that want to support your music,
Mm.
not just like sitting back watching like, oh, is he gonna make it? Is he gonna fall? Like, when's that gonna happen? Do we get the clap? Do we get the cheer? Like, I find a lot of people are just waiting
Yeah.
for them to blow up, and it's hard to blow up if you're only stuck inside your city.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get out there if you're only doing shows for your city. All your friends are there, you have Snack the Ripper come through. You're gonna have crazy amount of Snack the Ripper fans. That's the opportunity where I would tell someone like, yeah, like try to get on to those tours because like you're gonna meet so many more people outside of your city that are just gonna love if you're making good music, that are just gonna love your music and want to help you out. Because sometimes the guys in their city have been hard to be a fan of, or they're constantly controversial with their Facebook posts, and like they might the local people that are coming out to the shows might just be waiting for a local from Calgary to come out and just like blow their mind, and all of a sudden that's their biggest fan is outside of your city, and it blows me away that more people don't do it, or that there's people that discourage the action of tour buy-ons and stuff like that. I think everybody should, like I said, try every avenue until it doesn't work for you.
Mhm.
You just got to keep trying, man.
Yeah.
Not everything's going to be a home run, that's for sure. Definitely not for sure.
Do you feel like when you talk about staying kind of getting stuck in your city, do you think on like the flip side of that, like artists have kind of a responsibility to their city?
To rep their city, yeah, to an extent. Like, let's take a look for instance, Goontown. Goontown has been putting on for Saskatoon forever, and they are a crazy live act.
Right.
And it's just up until recently that we're being able to go out on the road with them. I'm sure we've done, one show here, two shows here, but to be able to do a consistent run where, you're one of the marquees on the poster and now you're a part of it, as opposed to just like, a small special guest thing. Like they've put their time on and rep the city's flag for long enough that they deserve the chance to be able to take it further than just local.
Right.
So, like, you do have an obligation to your city, but if your city isn't giving you the same level of support, you got to try to find it elsewhere.
Mhm.
Like, I've never done a show in North Battleford, not even sure if we'd even be able to do a show there, but I seen Saskatoon was wide open. Like there you have these guys that are reaching out, who wants to open, who wants to open, and
Right.
it took a simple tag from somebody I'd never met. Boom! All of a sudden we're on a show, and it's snowballed. It's so big now. Like we went from doing one show to doing 30 in a year on top of doing 2 tours, like, it's a it's almost a snowman at this point, right? Like, where we've got enough momentum that it's picking up steam. We're in this tour with Locksmith is gonna be huge. Um, but yeah, no, I and this is me trailing off. I do this so often, but yeah, I you do have an obligation to your city. If you're like I said, if your city needs someone to represent and wear the team logo, wave the flag, you do. But if you've been waving the flag and they ain't coming out, it's either, you look at yourself like, is it me or is it my area? And then that's where I say, like, test yourself outside of your area. And you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. You could be huge in Edmonton. I think my buddy Gringo has a song is like, maybe I'm super famous in a place that no one goes to.
Mm.
And it's one of those things. It's like you don't know until you're out there, man. Like, you could have your biggest fan could be sitting in Watrous or in Wilkie or Delmas. Like, you don't know until you travel. And I think that's everybody's big goal as an artist outside of paychecks, I suppose. But
Right. Yeah,
yeah.
being able to live off what you do.
Yeah, to get paid for your art and eventually make it a full-time gig. But as it gets bigger and more successful, I don't think I can leave the industry that I'm in. It's paving roads it's always gonna be there, and it's super fun. When you have the right people there, it's super fun. So yeah, I'll always do that. And I love promotion and paving, both. Like, the scale's balanced. There's no tipping in either. They're both, I'm very happy with those, as, let's call them, careers, hobbies, whatever you want to label it as. I'm very happy doing both. And then being able to catch crowds too, like having the crowd scream while you're on stage looking down at them or repeating your lyrics and stuff. It's a crazy special feeling. That's why another reason why I've been like wrestling fans with their entrances and stuff, right?
Mm.
That pop of 30,000 people as soon as your music hit. That's always been a high I've always kind of wanted to chase, is the applause of the crowd. It's making everybody's vibe tight. They came out and they had a great time because of you. Like, it's always good to uplift spirits, man. Make memories.
When was the first time you were on stage?
November of 2022. I opened up for Dax at the Roxy on 7 days' notice. There was a ticket selling competition that Justin Smith had been doing. They were looking for who was going to get these 2 slots, and a random stranger at the time tagged me. I think she liked the music or she just liked the way I carried myself, but she tagged me in it and it kind of snowballed. A few people liked it. We sold 7 tickets and got the slot. And
Cool.
there was like 400, 500 people for the first show. I was kind of spoiled. I didn't really get the empty venues or the ghost shows and stuff like that, but I've definitely done them since. But yeah, that was the first one. And Dax he was super nice. He was super humble. Signed the shirt and everything. He kicked it with a lot of the openers. His crowd work was great.
Mm.
Yeah, Dax was a good guy, man. But yeah, no, that was the first show.
Were you nervous?
Oh yeah. I even choked on my gum too, right in the middle of the set.
Oh,
Not
I think you made
Yeah,
a
I've
reel
I've I've
about
posted
that.
I've posted it. I always got to
Yeah,
post the bloopers as well, because they're just as important as the highlight reel.
definitely, man. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like half the people that were in the venue didn't even know. The girlfriend at the time didn't even know till I showed it back to her on the video. I was like, did you hear me choke on that gum? Like, no. I was
So
like, well, here's the part. Spit it out, and just kept going. It was like, yeah, no, it was. it was funny for me, but it was here I am chewing gum while I'm talking again. You never know when I'm gonna just choke in
Yeah.
front of the mic. No, but yeah, no, that
Sometimes you don't learn.
no, yeah, that's one of the things I don't learn. Yeah, no, instead of having a bottle of water in front of me, I guess I'll chew some gum. But yeah, no, I was super nervous. I had my buddy DZ the Unknown come up, Dietrich Rosling. I had him basically come up there and help hold my hand. He helped get the crowd into it when I started to shy away. Like if you catch the video through the Instagram, you can see in the first 10 minutes it was tentative. I wasn't really sure everybody was fucking with me. And then the back half of it, it started to pick up. Everybody was moving, and that's in a huge part thanks to DZ and Dietrich. Yeah, if he wasn't there to hype me up for that first time, who knows if there would have been a second one. Like because at first it started out slow. Like nobody really knew who I was. I only really started releasing music like 9 months before that. So yeah, there was a lot of feelings going through it. Like, is this gonna be something I make an ass of myself with, or is it gonna be, you know, finding out that this is why I feel so passionate about music. Like I get
Mm.
a weird electric energy and I can't sit down and I'll pace for hours, like even at my own home, just back and forth. I can't sit still because I get so excited about planning it or making a song. It's just been huge. Yeah, no, hopefully I answered that question a bit there. Fuck, I'm bad for that. I'm super bad. Do we have any water in the building by chance?
Yeah, I'll grab you some.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, running a little parched. So do you just normally like clip these up too? Like you just grab what works and make little reels, or do you post the whole thing too? Not the video, but the whole interview. It's probably live right now. Oh yeah. Is it live right now? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying to the old lady. She's like, "Well, not all podcasts are like that." I'm like, "Well, most of them nowadays they'll grab, the funny parts or like the more serious parts and try to use it to help direct some traffic towards the actual episode or
That's exactly
the whole brand itself." Yeah, there we go. Do we got a name on the front of it? No, eh? Shit.
blank. I
Mm.
yeah, I like I mean, I don't that's like probably the biggest comment I get is they want to be able to watch it.
Yeah.
But when I first started, like I never watched podcasts. I always just listen to them. Like I'm
Yeah,
always
no, it's more
driving
it's
or
more the thing you're cruising around with or fucking doing your chores at home with.
and I feel like this isn't big enough that people want to watch it,
I
you
think it
know?
is.
Well, maybe
I
like
think it is.
like it could be maybe, but I don't know. Like everyone knows what I look like.
Yeah.
Don't need to see me.
No, I mean, maybe they don't need to see you, but they need to see their friend represented on it so they can share it. People just need that visual. They
Yeah,
just need something to stare at while they're listening to. And like unless we were just talking about doing your shopping or your chores around the house and you just saucer in some JRE or something like that, throw some Joe Rogan on,
yeah,
do your chores around the house, but yeah, clips are nice here.
yeah. Maybe one day I'll upgrade and start uploading the whole
Yeah,
video.
that's
But
it's kinda how I feel about music videos and stuff. Like, it's just like, yeah, I get everybody wants the visual, but it's a lotta extra work on top of the work I'm doing. I mean,
that's the thing.
you make the content, but
Like
then when
this
you
is so simple right now because I don't edit it. Like
just
I don't
po
like unless somebody asks me to take something out. Uh, then I will.
yeah,
Like, but like for the most part,
just run it.
I just run it,
Yeah,
and whatever dumb stuff comes
yeah.
out, comes
That's
out.
that's the best
Sometimes I'm
part
like,
about it.
should I have said that? But it's like whatever, we'll find out.
Yeah.
You know,
Say, "Gonna get canceled this episode."
oh man, some people, man, they got no filters. I'm just like, this is
No.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah, no. Yeah, no, that's another thing too. Like I know I got the little ones' ears and stuff. Like the kids listen to music and mom shows them the videos and stuff. So we try to keep our language as
Yeah,
clean as we
yeah.
can, but it happens. Every now and then you drop a C word.
What do you want people to, like, experience with your music?
I just want them to just, find something that they can resonate with. Like, it's a lot of,
You're, like, kind of a storyteller, huh?
yeah, it's basically that conscious rap. Like I said, all those dark days, those lost moments, being mad at certain situations, I
Right.
just let it be the therapy. And at first, I just want people to know that eh, you're not alone. Like, I want people to feel seen, but I want them to know that they're not alone either. Like, that's one of my biggest things is I don't turn the ringtone off when I go to bed and stuff because, like, you never know when that 3 a.m. call's gonna come, or, somebody's just leaving the party after having a bad time. Like, I like to keep my line open for them, and I try to make meaningful music so they have something for those days when, sun's not shining bright enough, man.
Mhm.
It's where I've been for a long time. It's a lot of lost self-love. I want them to feel it, feel the pain, and know that it can get better. It's a lot of hard work, but it always can get better. You just got to do the work for yourself, man.
Mhm.
I know I lost a lot of friends to the addiction and stuff, and I got friends to this day that, say, like, your songs really, really helped during this time. I've helped make a song where one of our friends passed away, and, we were in the conversations of making a song for his girlfriend. And after he went, I was still stuck with this whole concept. So I reached out and I was like, "Hey, like, tell me about your love story, right?" And she gave it to me. She told me all about, what she loved about Bobby. And we were able to construct a really good couple verses around a pre-built in hook. And yeah, I love the song. It's one of my favorites I've ever made. Bobby's love song. Um, yeah, like, Cheeseburger's a great guy, man. And I just want to be able to help people in those moments, man. I know what it's like to be all alone, struggle with addictions. I just want to be able to help lift moods, put smiles back on faces.
Mm.
Yeah, it's tough. I want a lot of things, but mostly I just want to be able to help people
Yeah.
that don't have those resources or don't have the outlets.
What do you do now for yourself, uh, when you have those low moments now?
I turn to instrumentals. I turn to music. I turn to writing it all down, feeling it and just sitting with it. A lot of the times I used to mask it with liquor. After all, everybody's gone. You're having those 2, 3 stiff drinks at the end of the night. Um, and yeah, like, I just anytime I feel like that, I just look on all the people that I've lost and all the potential that I seen in them. I don't want it to go to waste. And I know a lot of people have invested some nights in the conversations with me and keeping me around and stuff. So I don't want to let them down either. So I want to be able to continue to use this outlet not just for myself, but for them to also know that I have something now for those dark days. So, like, for myself, it's just putting it into music, whether people like it or not. Those nights, it doesn't matter. It's more for me than it is for them, but it does help connect with them when on some of their nights like that.
Mm.
But that's what I do for myself is I just give myself a beat and some time to sit with it. Don't mask it no more. Mask it a bit. The cannabis helps, but we're not getting to the point where we can't see straight anymore.
Right.
And that's it's been very helpful to have this outlet now when I'm feeling lonely and shit. So that's what I do for me.
Mm.
And well, and helping other people too. Like, that's a lot of that is for me. It makes me feel good to make other people feel good and seen. So that's what I do for myself. Put myself in front of people, I guess. Not sure if I answered that correctly. I trailed again, man.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
man.
good.
Yeah.
Does it scare you to, like, if you think about, like, failing?
I've failed enough.
Yeah,
I've failed enough that it's more water off the back than it is anything else now. Like,
that probably helps you have fun.
it helps me have more fun too. Yeah, knowing that almost every avenue I've traveled, whether it been like being a chef. I wanted to be a chef for a while, managed a restaurant. The restaurant went under. I wouldn't say it was due to me, but um but it was
Yeah,
a failed experience nonetheless. I tried that. We've tried sports, we've tried out for the big teams and not made it. So like there's been tons of humbling experiences that just set yourself up that like what's another one? Like,
yeah, yeah.
what's the next test? Like, let me fail. Like, let me learn from it.
Mm.
So I'm not afraid of failure. No,
What about the other way, success? Does that scare you?
success scares the shit out of me. Because you find yourself needing to be more responsive to the people. I don't like to use the word fans. The people that support you, like they invest in you, so like they should not entitled, they should be given a small level of who you are and some access to you. And it's it gets really hard to soak in all that energy and keep yours up sometimes. Like sometimes I give a little bit too much access, repetitive behaviors and stuff. And I know as you get bigger and bigger, the demand for your time is going to come up more. And then, people are going to see you doing great things. And am I going to have enough time for the old friends to keep those relationships as strong as they were and to keep the new ones going? And it does scare a guy. Like you get 20,000 people, that have first access to whenever you make a social post. And then so the response sometimes is extremely overwhelming. Like, getting 9 texts in a day for some people is crazy, but like try, 100 or, like a few dozen, like 4 or 5 dozen different people messaging you out through the day, whether it's just chatting or it's serious stuff or it's wanting to do shows or collabs. It's hard to shut it all down, to put the phone down and give time to the people that are actually with me who deserve that time too. So like success does scare me in the sense of like, will a guy always have enough time for everybody and to help everybody? And just, yeah, fucking it all up, I guess. Not fucking it all up, but just everybody being able to see you, um, and you just not being able to get back to everyone. So that does scare me because, like I said, I want to be someone that people can turn to when they have those dark days. But soaking in the energy, a lot of it sometimes puts a guy into those dark days, right? So then you have to kind of shell yourself off. And then if you do that for too long, then you're playing catch up or you miss that important phone call. And I get really scared about not being there for everybody who needs it. That's a big fear for me. Just like fuck you, fuck up, whatever. Pick it up, dust yourself off. But if you're too successful and you don't have time, that's a fuck up too, I guess. So yeah, it's a bit of fear for both now that I think about it like that. Fear of success, I guess. Yeah. It's a scary thought, but I have to welcome it because the shows they're picking up, they're getting bigger, the
Mhm.
names are getting bigger, the routes are getting longer.
Right.
We
Where do you think that comes from, that feeling that you feel like you have to be there for everyone?
I've lost enough friends to suicide, and just, like, just not being able to be there for them, sitting back thinking like we just talked 2 days ago, what could another 10-minute of conversation given that person? Being too busy takes away that extra 10 minutes that you don't always have, or
Mm,
it's yeah, just not having enough schedule. So yeah, it's I've lost enough people that it could have just been a quick phone call. I could have drove to those people, but you don't have enough time to be there for everybody. So like it's super scary thinking about it. Like I know I have a lot of people that are already depending on me for those calls. So I get scared sometimes when I don't have the time to pick up or fucking to deal with, if it's not like, sometimes it's repetitive. You got those guys that just won't give their own head a shake no matter how many times you have that talk,
yeah,
but you still have that talk when you could have been having it with somebody else, right?
yeah,
Like that's how I feel. Like I don't want to feel like I'm shooing someone away, but like by the fourth, fifth, sixth time we've had those long conversations, I need you to want to help you too, right? So like I'm soaking in your energy. I'm giving you all the doors and gateways that I use to get out of it and you don't use it. Like I don't want to say that I'm not there for them. I'll always be there for them, but I have to kind of distance myself a bit from it,
yeah.
like
I
if
think
you
that's like understandable because everybody everybody's different, everyone's like capacity to take things on is different,
it's the
so
energy
it's like
thing.
some people take on everything so heavily, so they can't necessarily help everyone
Yeah.
because then they're just down.
That's
Whereas other people, their capacity is just high and they're able to give advice with no emotion attached.
that's right.
And whether they use it or they don't, they're able to just like give that 500 times if they need to,
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like, do you want to give advice to somebody who doesn't take it? Or do you want to give it to somebody who's going to go help 100 people?
That's how
And
I
it's like that
feel.
balance, right? Of like,
And I admire the people that are able to have the patience
yeah,
to do the 13th and 14th time.
yeah,
Um, I know there's people out there that helped me 2, 3, 4 times, and I'm greatly appreciative of them, and that's kinda why I do give as many chances as I can till it absolutely starts to drain me, like,
right.
I can only pour so much into other people's cups before mine's empty, and that's the hard part.
I also find that it's harder, like the closer that person is to you.
Yeah,
Like somebody who's like an acquaintance or
new friends.
yeah, like you could repeat stuff to them hundreds of times because you're not that involved in their life. But then it's like a brother, a mother, somebody who's like super close, and then like that resentment is there. It's like freaking listen.
And you see what they actually go through too. So like that connection to like I literally watched my best friend growing up catching whoopings and stuff like that. So like I strongly sympathize with them. I'm gonna be more for him than I would be for someone else because like you had mentioned there, the connection to it is stronger, it's longer. Um yeah, repetitive is yeah, like it's you have to want to put the work in for yourself as well. You
Yeah,
have to. That's number one thing is we can be there for you, but you got to be there for you too. And I've so many people I wish would have just stuck around one or two more nights. We
hmm,
could have fixed it. We could have fixed their problems. We could have got them out of those rooms or those scenarios, right? Like
yeah.
it's sad. Too many lost to the old suicide.
So when you think about like strength, what is that to you?
Strength to me, it's I don't know necessarily what strength is. I feel resilience is the best word I can use.
Mm.
It kind of goes hand in hand with each other, being strong to continue to get back up. It's just strength to me is just not fully throwing in the towel on yourself. It's taking the lickings, letting life just absolutely boot you when you're down, and then just getting back up. Just try. Just please don't give up on yourself, man. I don't necessarily know if I have the meaning for strength, but just yeah, not giving up is the strongest way I can say strength, or the meaning of strength to me is just not giving up.
Mm.
Fuck.
Do you feel like when you were young and kind of in that the bad scene, and that you're like, kind of as you've grown as a man, your music has too?
Oh, well, I would necessarily wasn't like I wasn't really even making music up until like the
Yeah.
age of 35, 36.
Okay.
So it was a lot of just like following. And there's been times where, I could have followed people to that act, but I'm glad that I had the strong people there for me. I don't, yeah, like it's hard really to describe that.
It's pretty wild too. It's pretty unique to get into music late like that.
Yeah.
I had another um a country singer
Okay.
who didn't write his first song till he was 32 or something like that. And now he's like,
Huge.
yeah,
You sit back on your talents and stuff because you don't know, or you listen to people that tell you like you can't do that.
right.
Why the fuck like who are you? Why do you think
Yeah.
all of a sudden that you're gonna be the next Snoop Dogg or Biggie or any of that shit? I've sat in a room where people have literally said like, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing posting these stupid freestyle videos 3 to 4 times a day? And it's like, well, I don't know what else to do anymore, right? Like, you have the failed relationships, they go. You've tried business ventures. I don't know what I was supposed to do anymore, other than just something that just felt therapeutic to me. Like, I didn't think it was gonna lead into me doing music. In fact, that same room kinda stunted the progress, because from that conversation, I basically gave up on the posting the videos. I deleted all social media. I kinda let that negative whisper in the ear win, and I sat unseen for 5 years, and then, fuck, life again had tested me, and I was stuck out there just kind of like, what do I do? So I started just listening to instrumentals again and started freestyling. And then a couple of friends were like, yo, like this is dope. You're really good at this. And it reignited the fire, and just like that, it comes down to you don't know who's really out there to support, man. You can't listen to like a negative person or someone with an opinion just because that avenue didn't work out for them. Like it may work out for you, like, but you have to listen to yourself more and not let all those outside opinions. Yes, it helps, it feels good, but it should have been a humbling thing. I shouldn't have let it weigh that much on me, but I'm grateful that it did, because I came back hungrier when the flame got lit again. I came back more ready to prove shit. I was more grown. My mindset was different. I had a bit of time away from all the masking agents. Like, liquor is a heavy one, man. And it once I got away from that, I just kind of was able to see the picture more clearly and just chase after it. and I'm so glad that I did. I'm so fucking glad that I made the jump into it, even at 35. Like, I'll probably do this as long as life lets me, to be honest, to help people get seen and to get out there and to get these dope shows and to get them paydays and stuff that they deserve for their hard work, and the people that come out to see them instead of, 15% of the
Mhm.
sales and the work you do. Like, it's, I'm just, I want to see everybody that I feel is hungry and after it. I want to be able to help them. And this is,
Is that kind of like the legacy you'd want to leave behind?
yeah, is being the legacy I want to leave behind is just being helpful.
That's good.
Yeah, just I don't necessarily need to be remembered like on a celebrity or that kind of note. I just want people that didn't have the light on them that day to have it. Like, just
Mm.
throughout life, I just want to be able to just the smallest bit just to continue to shine some of it. Cause like, I wake up like a power plant, man. Like, I have energy to use from 4 a.m. basically until the body shuts down. It's just a overwhelming energy to want to help and make people laugh and smile. Entertainment, in a sense. Like, I've always been strongly drawn to, stand-up comedians, wrestling, like that kind of entertainment, just like making people feel a great energy and, yeah, feeling alive. Just feeling alive. Because life can be fucking tough, man. It can be really tough on some people, man. Unnecessarily and unfairly tough on good people, man. Some really good people have it really rough. I just want to be able to make sure they just keep going. Like, just keep going. I don't want to lose nobody, and I want my legacy to just be that I helped everybody that I could.
Mm.
Cause it's, what else is there, man? What else is there in life? Money comes and goes, but being kind to people, it sticks with people for life, man. Small compliments and shit, it sticks with people for life. It can really change a whole person's view of their life by just saying, like, I like your sweater. I like your haircut, man. Nice boots. Like, he might not even feel the boots themselves, but just like, fuck, like, what? It's, you ain't making fun of no one. You're just, fuck, man. They may have sat there and looked at 3, 4 pairs of boots that day. And let them know they made that right choice, and then they can skip away in their boots, man. Feeling good about themselves, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
it goes so much. Like, there's lots of females out there that feel unpretty and they go and do all their things, nails, hairs, all that, and a lot of it doesn't get complimented, or they're fishing for it a lot too much. And fuck, it's easy to give those compliments, man, without making them feel like you're trying to, like, get with them, or like making them feel like it's more than just a compliment type thing. Like, for both males and females, you can just be nice to everyone, and it doesn't have to have some crazy ultimatum is or fucking hidden motive. It's just being kind to people, man. Like, it's the easiest thing to do. The easiest thing to do, to be nice to people, man. Fuck, you want to go around being a dick all the time for it? Ain't fun. Nobody like Oscar the Grouch. Hey, fuck, boys in a trash can. Yeah, but no, that's the legacy part of it, is just helping people.
Well, we're just over an hour here,
It's been
hour and a bit.
it felt like it was a good one, man.
Yeah, it was solid, dude.
Yeah, but no, before I go, we got Missiles and Mood Swings coming in February, my first full length released album. We got the tour, the Scale the System tour with Locksmith. Shout out Sandman, Sandstar, the podcast, everything. Let's go. Keep moving, you guys. Keep working your asses off. It's gonna pay off, man. Let's
Mhm.
go. Thank you for the time, bro. If there's any more questions, do run them. I'm just was trying to get those last little plugs in if I could type thing.
No, man, that's good. I guess just to end off, if you were talking to an up and coming artist, someone who's kind of just getting in there, what's like a hard truth you would have to tell them?
Do the hours, spend the time perfecting your craft before you start demanding. Spend the time in the room learning how to write, learning how to hop on beats, learning all that extra stuff that it seems like work, but you need it. You need to do that work if it's going to have any payoff. You can't just cut corners and skip. You need to do the work. Get out there, do the work, and bet on yourself.
Nice.
That's what I can say to the youth.
Awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
Well, it was awesome having you.
Yeah, bro.
And I don't know how long have I known you?
I
Like
since
maybe a year
Yeah, I was gonna
ish,
say it's probably less than I think
probably a little
we
bit
got our
less.
first actual introduction at the Battle Axe Warrior show, or it might have been the Jessa Sky when Matt Mack came
Mm,
through. I think you were at that
yeah,
one.
I was.
Yeah, I think it was you, Decoy, and a couple other cats I had finally had the opportunity to meet. But yeah, no, it's
Yeah, man.
I see all the great things you're doing for people in the community, man, and big ups to you, bro. Like
Yeah,
big
man. You
ups to you.
man, and that's honestly exactly what I was gonna say to you, man. Because you're um all your stuff is super positive. It's
Try to
always
be.
good stuff,
Yep.
positive stuff. You're trying to help people. You're out there trying to bring people together, build a community, and it's very rare in this industry.
It's
In
yeah.
this it's a competitive industry instead of
It
collaborative.
should be about the music in first. I get we all want the bag,
Yeah,
but let's keep the positive movement going and continue to make good music. Make them
yeah.
bangers too for the ones that aren't too positive, but we try to keep it as positive as possible.
But yeah, man, it was good to finally sit
Absolutely,
down
bro.
and have a
This is the
conversation.
first podcast I've done, so it's been awesome.
How do you think it went?
It's been great, man. Other than my rambling and sometimes
Yo,
forgetting what the question was, which I fucking do to my old lady and all my friends so often.
no,
So
man, that was
often.
good, man. That was super easy, man. You're a solid dude. I can tell. So
Thanks, Bill.
yeah,
You
man.
too,
Thanks for
man.
coming out. Thank
Absolutely,
you.
man. Fuck yeah. Yeah.